This is 37th Street Radio and TV, and of course, we are out here hooking you up with the best of the best when it comes to interviews. And today we have another special guest. So, guest, I will just let you introduce yourself.
Yes, so hello everyone. My name is Becky Muthoni. I'm a singer, a songwriter, a recording and performing artist. Apart from doing art, I am a hairstylist. I deal mainly with dreadlocks. I have a salon. It's called Lavish Dreadlock Salon. And I am a mom of one.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's a long introduction. You really have a...
You told me to introduce myself, so lazima niwaambie kila kitu.
Yeah, you do very many things, but so I just want us to talk about music, and I want to know, when did the interest of music really start in your life, if you can remember?
Yes, of course I can remember. I was maybe 11, 12 there. That's when it started. And nilijua napenda music because I used to have a book that I would sit and write every single song word to word, a songbook, you know. And after writing the songs, I will just sit down and start singing them and performing them on top of the table, singing the remote control and entertaining my family members. So that's how it started, and that's how I knew that, and I started loving music, and that's how I did it. Bakasai.
So at that time, what did you have dreams of pursuing it professionally? Or just
actually
happy?
No, I was just happy. And then I used to see videos of artists performing on stages, on big stages and big crowds, and I used to love it. And I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe one day, you know. But in my head at that moment, I was just having fun, you know. Yeah.
So what happened that you decided to now pursue it professionally?
Naweza sema the best way that I could express myself freely, I without being judged. That's how I thought, and how I still think. That's the best way I could, you know, I could express myself to everyone. So I think that's how I just decided that that's my thing.
So you started as a songwriter, or did you just go straight to studio to record?
No,
like,
of course, huwezi enda studio. You can't go to the studio without content. You just can't go to the studio without content. At least that's what I thought at first. But before in the studio, I used to write. I used to write my lyrics. And then I met up with another guy anaitwa Raskuli. Big up to yourself, by the way. I spoke to him about the music because your time bado sikuwa naweza afford kulipa studio. So I talked to him about how I love music, how I would like to start, you know, going to the studio and recording the songs that I had written. And I'm glad that alinishika mkono tukaenda naye studio, and he paid for my first session. And from that time, it's history. So naweza sema nilianza kama a writer, but I was writing because nilikuwa nataka kuimba, you know, because I knew I had the talent. I could feel it. So nataka kuimba, so uwezi imba tu nothing, lazima uandike. So I think pia zote zinakuja hand in hand, you know.
Yeah, you've introduced yourself as a songwriter, and I just want you to talk about songwriting in Kenya. So for you, have you written songs for artists, or you are just a songwriter by the fact of writing your own music?
I have never written any music for any artist. I write for myself, but I wouldn't mind writing for someone else. It's not bad, but nimefanya tu my own projects.
So let's say that maybe our industry is very much streamlined in terms of payment of creatives, their producers, just like we see in the States, producers get their percentage, songwriters get their percentage, like everybody has a percentage and everybody goes home happy. So I want to know, let's say we have such a system. Can you ditch music and just become a songwriter?
No, I can't. I can never do. I can't.
You really love being on the forefront?
Not really on the forefront, but I really love expressing myself the best way that I can. And I feel like singing is the best way that I can express myself and pass my message to the masses, you know? Yeah, so I don't think I would drop singing, no.
Yeah. Another thing I would really like to know your views is just about the industry in Kenya and how we see it right now. And you know, like somebody like Eric Omondi has been fighting for 75% airplay. Do you think maybe if we have 75% airplay, we might see Kenyan artists even reaching the next level?
Most definitely. Kwa sababu, the music that we are being fed is what we get used to, you see? So kama kila time tunashinda tukichezewa Nigerian music, that's all the music that we know. So if these artists come to our country and do shows, of course we know their music, so we'll definitely go to their shows and jam along, you get? So if this DJs when you wako kwa tuseme when you wako hapo kwa mamlango, if we get the airplay as Kenyan artists, I highly feel like tunaweza kwa tukipata more shows and people can be able to relate ama kujua our music. And the more that these people know our music, watakuja kwa shows, because yeah, they know an artist, unajua, like, oh, this is Becky, she has a show, I know this and this and this song of hers, you know, najua hii song ya Becky, najua hii song, so kila mtu ako familiar na artist, una get? So I feel like that's a very good and nice notion that Anna try to push. We should get more airplay, because if we get more airplay, the better for us. More shows will be recognized even more. See hapa peke yake, even internationally, you get. So I think it's a really, really good notion that he's trying to push. Only that he may be pushing it in the wrong ways, but it's a really good notion. Yeah.
How can you describe your music?
My music is love as rock, reggae. I've mostly done love songs, so that's why I'm saying my music is love as rock. Not only love songs, but I have other sounds, but most of my music is love songs. So I will describe them as love as rock.
I've been looking at your Instagram and I've seen that you really love performing live music and not just playback. You just come and lip sync and leave. So I really want to know what inspired this action.
So actually, I've just started going on the live scene recently, to say from last year, end of last year to the beginning of this year. Before that, I've been doing more of recording and shooting videos and releasing content on my YouTube channel. But then I decided that I think I have exhausted myself on that area as an artist, and I feel like there's really more to music than just being in studio and whatnot. So I wanted to explore other avenues. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. So I felt like I wanted to explore other avenues, and live music was actually one of my thing. And I've told you, ever since I was young, I used to love watching this artist performing on stage. It used to just fascinate me. I was like, wow, how can they do this? And as an artist, that is something that you need to perfect and to grow, because hawezi shinda tu ukifanyia watu recordings na kuperform to playback. You see, they should get to know me and to know my music in a different level. Yeah, so that's how I started getting into live scenes, kujiassociate na watu wenye wanafanya live shows, and yeah, slowly by slowly we are getting there, pole pole.
So like when you're performing, let's say, live music, most of the time are promoters receptive to that idea, or they're usually very skeptical?
To performing my own songs?
Yeah, promoters, yeah.
Naweza sema kitambo walikuwa na hiyo vibe, but nowadays things are starting to change, because ata industry inabadilika, you know, so they want to hear new music, fresh music, new artists, you get. So I think wanaanza kuembrace your culture ya artists na kufanya na live na kuperform ngoma zao, si kuperform mangoma za watu wengine, you understand? Yeah.
I also want to know what your criteria of choosing a producer to work with, because there are very many producers in the game and very many sounds right now, as you can see. So for you to choose a producer, like, what's the criteria of choosing the producers that you work with on your projects?
Mainly inakuanga tu vibe, let me say that. Now the chemistry that you have between you and the producer, kama kuna chemistry poa, you're going to chuck a masterpiece. Also, the quality of music, kama sound that they're working with, unaona. A producer can be good, but then maybe anatumia sound yenye haiko poa. So yeah, so I think for me, the chemistry between me and the producer and the sound.
So in the long run, if somebody may ask you, in the long run, what do you really want to achieve with your career?
I think I want to reach a level that I can be able to, I don't know, to inspire, and not only inspire, help someone, and not even just one person, as many people as I can through my music. Yeah, and hopefully one day I dream of having my own record label. Yeah, and going international with my music.
So far, what in your career, you starting out, what do you view as your achievements? Maybe something that happened to you that you really hold it with the high regard, maybe somebody that you met that you really treasure that opportunity at that time. Just talk to me about the achievements in your career so far.
I'm so blessed to have met the current producer that I'm working with right now, anaitwa Shamir. Don't know if you know him. He's a reggae artist and a reggae producer as well. And I used to listen to him when I was so young, when I was a kid. And I never really imagined that one day I would sit with him in a studio and produce music and do music. So for me, that's an achievement, because he's a legend in the game, you know. Also, I got a chance to share stage with reggae legend Luciano, who was in the country just some past like few weeks ago. And also on stage were very, very big acts like Nazizi, Waire, Shamir himself, Lavosti, Maria Ngoma. Yani, I got a chance to, share a stage with such big artists. And to me, that's a really, really big achievement. And yeah, I really give thanks. So yeah.
You have also talked about being a loctician, owning a salon or something like that. Just talk about that, maybe where it is located, maybe if guys can come through.
Okay, so the salon is called Lavish Dreadlock Salon. We mainly deal with dreadlocks, natural hair, sister locks. Yani anything to do with dreadlocks and sister locks, I got you. So the salon in Lavish Dreadlock Salon, we are on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as Lavish Dreadlock Salon. We are located along Bagadi Way, saizi inaitwa Raila Odinga Way, right next to Riara University. So ukiwa Riara University, you're in the vicinity, so just around the salon. So yeah.
We're almost finishing up, but there's okay. Just something that I've remembered. You have talked about being an artist, you have talked about owning a business, and you have also talked about you are a mother. So like, all these things. I've personally tried business and I know how it's really demanding, and motherhood and also music. I know how music is very demanding. So I don't even know how do you manage to do all these things? Do you balance? Do you allocate time? How do you manage?
Yeah, so naweza sema I have some very, very supportive people in my team. Naweza sema hivyo, and through their help, because hakuna kitu mtu anaweza fanya peke yake, So through their help, I think I'm able to maneuver hapa na pale. Big up to my mom, who's always helping me with my baby. I have a sister who's always helping me with the salon at work, and we also have someone else who's there. And as they help me doing this 1, 2, 3 things, I can be able to at least get time to rush to the studio and to record something, and to just work on my music. And it's, it's something.
As we are finishing up, just for guys who are starting out, just give them a word of advice. Maybe they're starting out as females like you, they're starting out in your genre. What have you noticed in the industry that maybe they should not go that route or they should not try?
Okay, so as a female artist, tukona challenges mingi sana, especially as female artists, because there are people in the industry who would want to take advantage of you and whatnot. It's not easy. Hakunanga kitu yenye ni rahisi. It's really not. But we got to keep pushing and we got to keep going. So kitu yenye mi huambiaga kila mtu everywhere that I go. I have this song that I've written inaitwa Never Give Up, and it goes like this. So put your head high, ukitaka washangwai, sema nami I will never give up. I say put your head, ukitaka washangwai, sema nami I will never give up. Na ata nikisota nikikosa one day nitaomoka, I will ever give up. Najua nikisota nikikosa one day nitaomoka, I will ever give up. Yeah. So that song inambianga mtu, as in I'm trying to encourage my fellow artists and everyone in general, that in everything you do, it's not easy, but you got to keep pushing and you got to keep going. And kuna vitu zingine zinizo happen kwa industry zenye hazi make sense, especially as female artists. So acha niseme tu hivyo. So ukiona mtu anakuja vibaya ama nini anakwambia yo, I'll make your career sijui nini, please don't exchange favors with your body. acha ni go to blunt because hizo ni vitu zo happen kwa industry. Unajua mtu atakuja kwambia yo for you to nikupatie show fanya hivi ama nataka, unajua. So yeah, usiende hiyo njia. There are always genuine people kwa hii industry, you know, atakusaidia na atakushika mkono siku moja. So if you get a chance to want to be an artist ama kuingia kwa hiyo industry, kindly use the right routes. Be patient, usikue na haraka, kunanga kitu happen overnight. You need to put in the work so that utapata results. Unajua what you reap is what you sow. Okay, reap hizi shortcut, of course, you know. So yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving us your time. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.